This was meant to be a completely different video, but as in life, not everything goes to plan. I was going to make a video on how to do open sandcasting at home using some basic gear. Easy peasy, just pour silver into a mold. So I thought. I've been casting for years and getting some amazing results using my Memco Electrovac. I wanted to show you how you could cast at home. I watched a few videos on YouTube on open sandcasting. And now I'm an expert. So I thought. In this video, I'm going to show you all the mistakes I made so you don't have to make them. This is the cross that we made in a previous video. So we're going to take a mold from this design. I'm going to weigh the wax and then I'll work out how much silver I need. So we have 2.75 grams. So now we need to times that by 10.5. So we're going to need roughly 29 grams of silver. So we're going to have just over 30 grams. So the technique I'm going to show you today is we're going to do open sandcasting. One of the videos I watched to get a basic idea on how to do open sandcasting. I wouldn't call it a successful cast, but how hard could it be? We'll find out later. All we're going to need for this project is a frame, a torch, and some casting sand. We're also going to need baby powder, a ruler, brush, crucible, tongs, and a hammer. Almost forgot, borax. See the clay's like this. We've got to break it up to a little bit of a finer powder, and I just found this. So maybe a ruler could do, but you sort of got to break it up a bit. I'm guessing when it's the finer powder, it's going to be easier to compact it around your design. You probably want a nice clean surface as well, because you probably don't want to get crap in there. So next I'm going to use a little bit of talcum powder. I'm going to use the brush. I'm going to put the design here. We'll use the talcum powder because that will help release the design from the clay. Brush the excess off. Now I've got the mold frame, so I'm going to place that over there. And we're going to sprinkle in the sand. I'm going to use this rubber mallet. I'm going to use that to pack in the sand. Throw a bit more in. More sand. Make sure you pack it to the top. And I've just got this here, which I can sort of just scrape off the top. Voila. Okay, I can see there's a few gaps in there where the sand didn't pack in that well. Maybe I can push some sand in. Let's see if this works. I think it worked. Push some in there. And then use this to scrape over like that. I think that actually worked. So next I'm going to try and remove the cross without making any sand fall in. I'm going to use a scalpel. I can see this is broken away here, so I'm going to actually just push it in, push that down. Okay. Let's see if we can fix it. The fact that we didn't pack it in tight, but I think it's not too bad. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to sort of make these little lines here. It's sort of like airflow lines. I don't know if this is going to help it or not, but I'm sort of imagining that when you pour the metal in, you're going to want it, the metal's going to go in and then push like the air that's in there out to the edge. So I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we'll just give it a go, see what happens. But there's actually a lot of detail in the cross. I can see little bits have fallen in. Here, I wonder if I tip it upside down it will come out. If you're going to do this, obviously you want to make sure that there's no bits of sand falling in here, because obviously that's going to affect the look. So if you can spend a bit of time cleaning it up, I think it's going to make a big difference. So if your mold doesn't work out the first time, just start again, because you've still got the original design, and just redo it. Practice makes perfect, so why not try and do it again if it's not successful the first time. This little guy has been barking all through the video, but I'm going to do my best to edit it out. I've got a propane torch that I picked up from the hardware store. I'm not too sure how hot this is going to get it, but let's give it a go. I prepared my crucible earlier by adding some borax. We've got some silver. I've got some tongs to pour the silver in. So need some borax to throw over the middle once it gets a little bit warmer. First one was a total fail because the torch I used didn't get the silver hot enough, because there's quite a lot of silver. So I know this torch is going to get it hot. So second time, lucky. So close. Yeah, that one didn't work out because the silver was definitely not hot enough. I've got to pour it faster so it flows everywhere. Because it's not a total fail. This didn't quite go to plan. It's a lot harder to get a good result doing it this way. So the plan is we're going to try a few different casting techniques in future videos and see what gets the best result. The videos that I watched on YouTube were a little bit hit and miss, but it was definitely a cool experiment to try. And hopefully you guys can learn from some of my mistakes. And definitely give it a try, because you never know how yours might turn out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I've got a casting video you might want to check out here.